Good afternoon or good morning or good evening. It depends on the geographical location where you are at the moment. Today is the 1st of January 2020, which is a wonderful day and a wonderful year for all of us. But before we go into details of what our intended saying is, that I would like to formally introduce myself. I am a happy man, full with life and possibility. I'm very positive and passionate in anything I do. My names are Ebohon Felix Ebodage Bartolomeo Fox de Brown. Good. I reside in United Kingdom where I live, and I'm a Christian. I attend Christ Embassy, which have really added value to my life, which has helped me to transform who I was to something different in line with the Word of God. Though our ministry has a motto that says that we normally give lives a meaning. So indirectly, if you are a member of the church or you are attached to that vision of the church, indirectly the vision of the church has to give a meaning to your life. But outside that, I'm a business analyst and a business consultant and a health consultant, because I backed the degree here in the United Kingdom in business management, in leading and management within health and social care, MSc, and presently running with a vision and a passion due to my quest of knowledge and my PhD on leadership. Though I have a granted knowledge as an animal scientist and a knowledge in engineering, which I studied in Sweden and in Nigeria. So this combine these two experiences in terms of my Nigerian experience, my Western world experience, and my Bible experience has given me a lot of knowledge and quest towards the approach in my life. Yeah, I've dwelt on these issues for a very long time to say, why should an individual be poor? Why should an individual come to this world and struggle? Why should an individual come to this world and be depressed? Or why should an individual not be happy? So I decided to create a forum. I break my forum into different segments, which time to time you will see them on different clips of my video. Some on relationship seminar, some on wealth creation, some of the difference between financial literacy and financial illiteracy, then some on how to create wealth and spiritual and physical life principle and biblical principle on how to create wealth and how to create happiness for yourself. And for me, I told you earlier that I'm a very passionate person. I like to get the best in anything I do. And with the granted knowledge I had in business management or in management per se, I've been able to see that I could manage anybody from zero to something, from zero to hero, depending on the individual with which it can be managed. Then to cut all the story short is that today I would like to introduce a topic today, and the topic centered on the fact that no man is born to be poor. No man that is born to suffer. No man that is born to lack. No man that is born to be depressed. No man that is born to be frustrated. No man that is born not to exist the way God wants them to exist. Because God created this world and He gave us the world as a custodian, that we should take care of this world. We should rule and dominate and possess and live in this world. For you to dominate, you have to have control. For you to possess, it has to be in your possession. For you to rule, you have to be a king, which shows that we are king. We are kings made from God from the very first day we are born into this world. Now, if we are kings, if we are queen, the question is, why are some of us still struggling? Why are some of us not getting it right? Now, I practically look at it after I've carefully identified, examine, evaluate, and critically evaluate must have lead to this problem? What must have lead to men derail from what they expected to be into what they are not expected to be? I channel it into one time. Time is a free gift of God. The time is the currency of this world. It's not the money in the bank. The greatest money you have is the time. Your time is the greatest currency. Is your heaven currency. Yes, let me break it down in a simplified way so that you can get it right. Now, when we're talking about time, time is free, is natural. You wake up in the morning, you do everything you want to do, you go to your bed and sleep. It all depends on how you manage your time. Now, time there is some individual manage their time going to school, as I did. Some manage their time going to skill, trade, or business, or whatever, or one other task or trade they choose to do. But the question is, how do you manage your time? How do you manage your time reflects to how positive your result will be. Because when you sow a seed, definitely you're going to reap out of that seed. Because what you sow is what you reap. A lot of us today are not functioning the way we have to function because we have not used our time the way we are expected to use it. So it's an individual question now. This year, 2020, you ask yourself a question. What are you doing with your time? How are you going to use your time? Are you going to develop your time in your career? Are you going to develop your time studying the Word of God? Are you going to develop your time gaining skills? So, brother and sister, I'm saying that because if you use your time the way you are expected to use your time and manage your time effectively, it will definitely reflect and transform your personality into the greater height that God said has designed you to be. Now the question is, some of you out there may be asking me, how will I use my time? Age is no longer on my side. I'm not getting younger anymore. So what is my time? Nobody told you that you are old. Nobody told you that you cannot achieve it. If you can't go to school, you can put your time into trading. If you can't go to school, you can put your time into skills. If you can't go to school, you can self-develop yourself. Your personal development, you can develop yourself at home. It all depends on what you identify yourself with. But let's bring it in a practical way. Now, I was talking about seed. Yes, seed, as you know, as earlier told, I said, when you plant a seed, it grows into a tree. From the tree, you have the stem, you have the branches, and it produces another fruit. God has given all of us a seed. The seed could be £1, the seed could be £1, the seed could be $1. The ability for you to save this seed and put this seed into resources, it will aggravate, it will grow from 1 to 2 to 2 to 3 to 3 to the numbers that you want it. But the first question is there as a business analyst is the ability to identify your seed. And it's the ability for you to save your seed. And it's the ability for you to invest your seed. Then now, you've identified your seed, you saved for the seed, and you've invested your seed. But you have to invest your seed on the right soil. That is why, I told you earlier, I'm an animal scientist. That is why the soil matters a lot. Because if you don't plant your seed in the right soil, it won't grow. Yeah, the soil could be your crop. It depends on the soil you have to plant it. It could be on the education or the topics or the area of your study that you have to study. Or it could be on the area of trade you want to study. Or the area of business you want to go. Or the area of skills you want to get yourself involved with. But the truth is that you must identify what skill can I do? What is my strength? What is my ability? What can I really do? What is my capacity? Because if you are not able to identify your skill, you will not be able to get the best resources out of your skill. Once you are able to do that this 2020, it will not only change 2020, it will catapult you into a greater height that God said that you should be. Then addition to that again is that if we look at it into business, because I told you that I'm a business analyst and a business consultant, which I back the degree on and which I'm presently working as a manager because I manage a company. Good. Now is that first of all, you must identify a trade and organization that you know that you can function. You must identify what you know you are good at. Because if you don't know what you are good at, you cannot apply the management tools for you to be able to attain a result that you need. Because in every organization have their strengths and weaknesses. Ability for you to analyze and identify both of these strengths and weaknesses and know the pathway that you are going on, how to resolve it, you will not be able to resolve that problem. But let's bring it back to the topic that no man is born to be poor. No man is born to be poor in the sense that you as an individual have gotten money somewhere, I've gotten a pound somewhere, I've gotten property somewhere. What have you converted that property? What have you converted that money? What have you converted that resources? What have you converted that strength? What have you converted your own personal strength into wealth? You might be good in cooking. You might be good in cleaning. You might be good in singing. You might be good in anything for you to be able to identify yourself, as I told you. What have you converted in? If you don't convert it into something, it will not generate wealth. No matter the prayer you pray, your prayer will not bring a degree for you. Your prayer will not give you a skill where you don't go and learn it. Your prayer will not put a visa on your passport. Your prayer will not put food on your table. You have to do something and pray with it. That's why God said, bring your seed. Bring the works of your hand. I will bless it. So 2020, you have to identify your seed. You have to identify your strength. You have to identify what you are good at so that God will bless you so that you can run with it. Because many years ago, we keep praying, God, bless, God, bless, 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 bless. What do God has to bless when you didn't do it? I'm telling you today, I back this degree, I back this degree, I back this degree. It's because I went to school to get the admission. Because I went to school, I burned my night as day to read. But today it has transformed me. Today it has given me a new value. Yes, other people did that too, by going to learn a skill, by going to learn a trade, by going to do some apprenticeship work. All you are doing, you are adding a value to yourself. Some do that today. Some spend all their time in their farm or in their pen or train animals. But today they are reaping the result. You can't sit somewhere and want God to bless you that you don't want to do something. That's why I'm saying that God did not create you to be poor. God did not say you will fail. God did not say you won't make life. It all depends on your perception towards life. And what are some of your perception towards life? Most times it has to do with your friends you keep. If you have a friend that doesn't motivate you, please disconnect. If you have people that doesn't motivate you, please disconnect. If you have partner that doesn't motivate you or encourage you, please disconnect. Because why I'm saying this is that if you don't get these things right this year, brother, this year will come and go. 2021 will come, you will not achieve anything. But for you to be able to achieve it, for you to sit down on your drawing board right now and say, oh, I have to make a difference in my life. I have to be different. I have to be different. That's why you need to have a mentor. I always tell people that Pastor Chris is my mentor. That is one of my mentors. Why I said is my mentor, there are some personality he has that I always look into. He's well read. I look into that. He's a suited man. I'm a suited man. He talks life and I talk life. Because why? I've attached to him and I've attached to his vision and I've attached to his objective and I've attached to his goal. So brothers and sisters, this year, please, you have to be attached to your mentor. You have to be attached on somebody you want to look like, somebody you want to greater than, somebody you want to take his footstep and be bigger than them. Because in business management, we call it benchmarking. When you benchmark people, you try to be like them and be better off than them. Because one thing is to benchmark and improve yourself, and the other thing is to be better than who you were previously, and the other thing is to be ahead, to have a competitive advantage over your competitors. So those are the business terms. So the question now is that, who do you want to benchmark? Who do you want to look like? What is your dream in 2020? What is your dream? You must have a dream. You must have a goal. You must have a vision. You must have where you run into. You must have a different look. Like most of these videos I'm doing now, it has been a long time dream. I would say, I would do it, I would do it, I would do it. But I find it difficult to do, either because I'm pursuing my school, or I'm running to my management work, or I'm trying to coordinate things. But whereas I know I'm a leader, I'm a born leader. I have the personality of a leader. I identified it in the early age and I run towards it and I take it to a PhD level. Because why? I know I'm a charismatic leader. I know I'm a transformational leader. I know I'm a democratic leader. I'm able to identify that. And the way I'm talking to you, you should be able to know that this man is loaded with elements that reflect who said he is. The question I will ask you now, who are you? What can people say about you? What do you reflect? It's not too late if he doesn't reflect it. The question is now is that what will you do and how will you do it? Where will you start from? That should be the decision that you will be taking. So there's no point of you saying, I can't sleep at night. There's no point for you to say, oh, I'm worried about a particular situation. There's no point for you to say, oh, you are being jealous about your neighbors. Why? When you know the direction you're going to and you know you're going to make life, why will you envy people? Why will you jealous people? Why will you feel embarrassed when people are making progress? That doesn't count because you have the ability to become anything. There's nothing that has to change for you if you don't change situation. There's nothing that has to be good if you choose not to be good. It's you that will make yourself to be good. Today, I have a global dream. I have a global vision, going on seminars, going on conferences, going on events, going to big auditorium to talk about business, how to make businesses grow, how to make companies work, how to make companies to grow from zero level to a more profitable level, how to transform in the healthcare sectors, because I choose to have a master's degree there, which I did. And I'm working and I'm making a big change there right now. Because why? I choose to do it. I choose to do it, so I have to exploit the tools and the resources to change it. So seeing me today doing what I'm doing is because I've been refined. I've been preparing for it. I've been preparing myself for this, that, oh, tomorrow the world will recognize it. Or the world you gain from the knowledge that I've gained. Likewise yourself. You have to ship in things into yourself that the world has to gain from you. This is not the time to be angry anymore. This is not the time to be depressed. This is not the time to be having a sleepless night. But this is the time for you to say, I want to make a difference in my world. I want to make other people better. That is what we call success. Success is you making the world better than how you find it. Success is not the money in the bank. Success is not the cars in your garage. But success is the ability for you to make others better. An ability for you to transform the world into a better place, which we are doing. We have this element to do it now. We know Christ is an element. We are educated is an element. We are managers is an element. We are born leaders is an element. We have the necessary tools to empower people to become what God has created them to be is an element. Why don't you join the crusade? Why don't you join the soldiers and let us run with this? Why will you have to fall out? Why will you have to faint? Why will you have to say, oh, I'm packing up? You don't need to pack up. Who told you you have to pack up? Who told you that you are useless? Who told you you can't become anything? I am not what I am today just for one day. I was once in a zero level. But today I am who I am because I have to choose a course of my life. I will advise you, I will urge you to choose a course of your life. No matter your situation, you being a single mom, or you being a single dad, or you being a dad or a young man or young woman with a family, it's just you to identify who you are. Because in every man's heart, they know if they are failures and success. And within you, you know you're already a failure or you are a success. So if you know you are a success because of the step you've taken today, that will be a reflection of your result for tomorrow. Then if you are a failure, you know that it's a step that you've not taken today. Then what do you have to do to address that fact for you not to be a failure? Is to catapult yourself, reposition yourself into a new step that will transform you. As Pastor Chris said, you can never change a man estate until you change his mindset. If your mindset is not changed, I cannot change your environment. So that's why I'm telling you today that you can become who you are. You can become somebody positive. You can become somebody great, better than who you are, but it all depends on the ability of you to identify who you need. Now, let's come back. Let's rephrase. Now, if you are able to identify your seed and you sow it in the right soil, tell me there's no way your seed will grow. If you are able to identify the right business, you sow your seed, tell me you will never fail. That is why we said, again, for you to be successful, you have to be a Christian. For you to be successful, you have to know God. For you to be successful, you have to be attached to a God you call and you pray to. Say, God, direct me because I want to do this. God, direct me because I want to do this. Then outside that, you should be able to have a mentor who have run through that path you've run through. so that you can copy them, you can benchmark them, you can know their weaknesses, you can know some of their drawbacks so that you don't make mistakes. Then addition to that again is that for you to be able to go into a particular profession, you have to carry a broad scope about it. In business management, we call it project management. You have to have a knowledge of how to manage a project. What will I do so this project doesn't fail? You have to put the element of project management in place, the tools and the resources in place to say, okay, I have to strategically manage this for me to be able to achieve this. Anyway, that is my field. Maybe that's why those languages are coming out of my mouth, because it's our style. And that is why I'm out to help you. I'm out to empower you. I'm out to educate you. I'm out to bring out the best in you. But the question is, 2020, you have no right to be poor. You have no right to fail. You have no right to be worse than who you were in 2019. You are only born to be better. And what we need to be very careful at this particular time is men and women have three phases in life. The first 25, the second 25, and the third 25. Most of us are in our second 25. Most of us are in our third 25. If you miss the first 25 and you're playing with your second 25 and you're playing with your third 25, don't you think there's a problem? There's a big problem, because when will you enjoy what you want to make? How will you feel? The first 25, you've not even bagged a degree. You don't even have a skill. Second 25, you're wasting it. It's not good. It's just like a blind person walking in the midst of educated people. So it's a shame. But the question is, please, it's not too late to redraw your map. It's not too late to readdress yourself. It's not too late to catapult yourself into what you want God to put you. The question is, who do you see yourself is in the mirror? What do you see yourself in the mirror? Do you see yourself as an administrator? Do you see yourself as a business person? Do you see yourself as a merchant? Or do you see yourself? What do you see yourself? It all depends on what you see yourself that you will run into. Please, 2020 is a lovely year. It's a year of perfection. It's a glorious year. God cannot perfect you when you didn't give him the chance to perfect you. God cannot make things perfect for you when you don't give him the resources to make it perfect for you. Please, set your goals. Make it straight. Stop confusing yourself. God has given you brain to think. Stop troubling God. Think of what to do. There are a lot of things to do. There are a lot of ideas to do. There are a lot of ways to generate money. There are a lot of things to do. I can see it. I can see it. I see it daily. I see it on the street of the United Kingdom. I see it every day in Africa. We have to change our mindset. We have to change our mindset, because either the devil like it or not, we are going to be stinkingly rich. Because God has already said it in the word, on his word, that he has given us a word to possess, to rule and take dominion over. Why should you be worried if I'm very rich? Why should you be worried if I'm very, very who God said I should be? It's for me having the will and the knowledge of God to be able to put resources in place to generate my wealth. So what stops you of generating your wealth? What stops you of beautifying your world? Nothing. So please, for us to, let's reiterate back, please, I've already told you earlier that you have no reason to be poor. So if you look at all what I've been saying, you know that on your own, you don't have a reason to be poor. If you are looking at your internal strength, I've told you what to do. You are looking at the external factors, I've told you about your friends or friends you keep or things that you have to do. We've explored all that. So if you've explored all that, that has given you a boldness in 2020 that either the devil like it or not, you are unstoppable train. That you will get to the destination that you want to get to, because you are a light to your world, and you are a light to your family, and you are a light to your environment. You are blessed to transform the world. So you are not there because God just created it. God can never create a failure. God does not create a waste. God takes a glory in you. So that's why God is using us to motivate you. That's why God is using us to tell you that you can do better than who you are. And my doors and my hands are open to help you. When you call me about how to open your business, about how to set a health and social care center, about how to run them up, or review policies. I have a master's degree in leading and managing within health and social care. So you should understand what I mean. I have a degree in business management, all here in United Kingdom. And I'm presently exploring my PhD in leadership, which is a pathway that shows that is a greater knowledge, not other knowledge, not other diplomas or BScs or masters I've got in other areas. I'm just telling you that we are there to help each other. You yourself, even though you don't have a degree, see yourself as a human resources. You are a resources to yourself as a human being. You are a factor that is needed. All you just need to do is just to be brushed up, to be empowered, and to be directed. And definitely we achieve it. And we're going to achieve it 2020. It's never too late for you to survive. It's never too late for you to break that barrier. It's never too late for you to rewrite history. It's never too late for you to break that bond. And I'm telling you, I'm using this medium to tell you that God loves you so much. He loves you so much, and He will never let you fail. And that is why I'm bringing this video to you. And at the same time, when you get this video, watch it, listen to it, and again, and send it to your friend. Tell your friends they have no reasons to be poor. Tell your family they have no reasons to be poor. They have to sit down and redraw their dream board. They have to sit down and rethink. At this junction, I would like to draw the curtain close, and I will leave you for comments, questions, phone call, answers, or sending of emails, or bringing out your own options or opinions or view about things, so we can have a holistic view about this. But all I'm telling you is that the three things you have to pick from this thing is that: one, save, plan, focus, go into the right business, keep the right friends, run and have a mentor. If you're able to do that 2020, and let God be in the center of your decision, if you're able to do that in 2020, young man and young woman, brother and sister, 2021, you'll be transformed. I took this bold step because I have to take it. I have to challenge nation. I have to challenge the world. I have to challenge myself. I have to challenge poverty. I have to break out of it, because poverty is not for me. I cannot be a Christian and suffer. I cannot be a Christian and suffer. No. The world has gone more than that. It has gone more than that. There's technology innovation. There's innovations everywhere. There's a digital drive everywhere that has transformed the world. That yes, from one corner of the world, I can easily access the other part of the world, what we call globalization. Things have gone more than that. So we have to think. We have to transform our thinking. We have to grow with the present innovative world. Our thought has to think. Our personality has to think. Our approach has to think. How we think, what we do has to think. Has to think and has to change to transform and to suit this purpose. If not, don't say you've not had me. You will regret it, because the word has really, really changed. And the word that comes out of your mouth matters a lot. You have to be positive with the word that comes out of your mouth. Talk life, talk positive, talk strength, and be focused. Do abnormal things that you've not done. Stop sleeping all night. I don't sleep all night. I read my books. I read books. I explore the internet. You don't sleep. Do something different. Do something unusual in 2020. Just do it and add value to yourself, and you will see what God has in stock for you. Because either you like it or not, I'm telling you today, as you come in contact with this video, your life must be transformed. I don't care about your history. I don't care about what people say about you. I don't care who talk you down. I don't care the situation you are passed through. But I'm telling you from today that you've come in contact with this video, your life has changed. It has changed because you have to put these steps into practice, and your doors will be open. So you are blessed, and thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing, and you are blessed. For contact, in case you want to contact, in case maybe you want to contact me, or you want to call me, or you want to reach me on email, I told you I reside in the United Kingdom. My telephone number is 079 5048 3156. But if you have to add the United Kingdom code, it's +44 7950483156. My email is ebohon64, ebohon64 Please, you are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. When you call me, you are welcome. When you discuss issues, we just have to empower ourselves. We have to live above the sharps that we'll be living on. I'm open for conferences. I'm open for seminars. I'm open for presentation. I'm loaded to do it. I'm open to empower your businesses. I'm open to give you ideas to motivate you from zero to something. Come without dreams. Come without vision. A lot of vision doesn't need money. It doesn't need that money that you think. There are little things you could do, but money has to come. Enough is enough for the devil. We have to change our world. So I will wrap up this video here. Thank you for listening, and God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.